Okay, we are inside the Emergency Operations Center at the Office of Emergency Management, and joining us is Director Brian Mason of OEM. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So tell us about OEM. What does OEM do?
So I try to say, OEM, we're the ones that communicate and coordinate with all the partners across the city. Almost kind of like an air traffic control person. People give us requests. We try to track down resources, making sure we're briefing the mayor and the public on what's going on, but really just a communication and coordination agency for the city and for the residents.
So you're like a nice facilitator, middleman, trying to get people where they need to be.
Correct. So usually when people call us and they need something, it's because they haven't been able to find it on their own. So usually let us know they need a specific resource or they have some challenges in the field, and we're able to help solve that problem for them.
And because we just started hurricane season, you say you need to get people where they need to go. One of the most important things to start off with is to make a plan. And what is the best approach in making a plan during a hurricane season?
There's a lot of things that go into it, so making a plan's a big one. We'll talk about having a kit as well, but when it comes to making a plan, just some basic things. Know if you live in an evacuation zone, know if you have an emergency, where you're gonna go. I tend to share stories about my family plan. So, for our family, we don't live in an evacuation zone, but if we have a big hurricane coming, we don't wanna be a part of the big massive evacuation that may happen at the minus 24-hour or minus 48-hour mark. So my family plan is my family picks up and goes to Austin at minus 72 hours. They get out of town. They don't have to worry about it. Now, in my wife's defense, there has been several times she's evacuated for no reason, but it's better for us to be over-prepared and just be out of here in case something happens.
That's awesome. So in the effort of preparedness, this kit you made mention of, what are some things that people need to make sure that they have in their kit it's not too pricey, a plan of action to build a kit along the way? What should they do?
So we have a lot of good things on our website, HoustonOEM.org, that can give you that information. But I always tell people, don't let perfect be the enemy of good. You don't have to go out and spend $1,000 this weekend to build some big kit. Every time you go to the grocery store, buy an extra pack of batteries, buy an extra jar of peanut butter, buy an extra couple cans of tuna. And real quick, you can build a pretty good kit to where if something happens, you're going to have some supplies available.
And don't go overboard with like buying toilet paper or anything like that.
No, please don't. Make sure you have some basic things. Make sure you have, a good first aid kit, right? In case you get a cut or scratch at home. Make sure you have at least 3 days. We try to get everybody to work towards 7 days of supplies. So the standard used to be 3 days of supplies, but we want people to be a little more resilient. So that comes to your critical medications, all those items that you may need, not just for yourself, but for your dog, your pets, so all those things you need to make sure you have them available for a minimum of 3 days, preferably 7 days.
So let's talk about cash on hand. This happened to me personally during derecho and Beryl. I didn't have any cash and I wasn't able to get gas. How important is that, and what should they do?
Yeah, we've all become accustomed to our credit cards or Apple Pay or those items. So, if you can, try to have a couple $100s in cash. You don't need a couple $1,000s in cash, but if you just have a couple $100, if the credit card machines go down and you need to be able to get some gas or buy some things, it's always nice to have some cash in your wallet or in your purse.
Also, the important documents. You say to keep stuff in a Ziploc bag, but if it's a severe weather event, and they have to evacuate, what are the documents that they should be taking with them?
Yeah, once again, you don't need to go out and buy some expensive safe or have a bunch of your stuff in there. You can put a lot of your important documents just in a Ziploc bag. So, titles for cars or papers for your house, your insurance policy, marriage certificates, things like that, birth certificates, things that if things are destroyed or damaged at your house, Social Security cards, all those type of things that you always get asked for, making sure you have them in a safe place to where you can just grab them and go. Don't be fumbling and looking around for them and, where's that thing that we were supposed to have? Have them all in a nice little kit. You're able to grab it and hit the road if you need to.
So how do people sign up for alerts and know what's going on so they can stay ahead and be prepared?
So we have a lot of different options for alerts. So first off, we have AlertHouston, which allows me to send information to you as an individual. If we have a storm coming or just some general preparedness stuff, we can send you information. So you can sign up for AlertHouston by texting AlertHouston, all one word, to 888-777 and you will enroll in our system. We also, the state of Texas has a program called the STEER program, the State of Texas Emergency Assistance Registry. And what that allows us to do is you can go on and sign up. It's usually tailored for more of our elderly populations or people that have special needs or need special assistance. You can go in and enroll in that system, and that allows us to reach out to you during an incident. But also one of the big thing it provides is during a declared disaster or storm, we will go by and check on that individual to make sure they're okay. So someone like me should not be signing up for STEER. Someone like my parents, those are the types of people that should be signing up for STEER, to where we can provide that additional assistance in making sure they're okay.